Welcome to the Human Nature Channel. I'm your host, Alex Tamasula, and what am I doing here? Well, it's Tuesday night once again here at my dad's handy dandy farm garage. Yeah, that works. So handy dandy, in fact, that within arm's reach, I happen to have a cutting board. Yes, if I had myself a hunk of salmon and a bagel and a container of cream cheese and a knife, I'd be set. Yes, and this cutting board happens to hang on the knob of a door on a cabinet off to my left. In fact, I can show you. Yeah, there's the cutting board, there's the door to the cabinet, and right here we have a Mr. Coffee maker with a gray plastic Walmart bag over it, like you're going to waterboard the thing or something. And you can't see it, but all of this is sitting on a shelf. And beneath the shelf is a paper towel dispenser in case I have to wipe my hands. So, how about some Las Vegas shooting yak? Because that's why you're here. Okay, Eric Paddock, talking about Steve and a motive, suggested that Steve wanted revenge against the casinos. If I understand Eric correctly, it was the only thing he could think of. Okay. Revenge against the casinos. Did Stephen Paddock want revenge against all casinos? Some casinos? A couple of different casinos? My point is, it's a little vague. Okay. Can we pinpoint anything? 10 years earlier, Stephen Paddock was a regular at the Wynn. He stayed there, he gambled, he was well known. Even Steve Wynn knew who Stephen Paddock was. Did Steve have a gripe against the Wynn? Did he have a gripe against Mandalay Bay? Or was it sort of this floating grudge that he had with the casinos? I had a thought. Stephen Paddock was angry because with the taking away of the comps, he thought he was being penalized for winning. That's enough to make anybody a little buggy, okay? That's how I see it. So, there's always something interesting here in my dad's garage. What can I show you tonight? Now, whenever I'm thinking about what I'm going to do in a video, I always reach this point where I say, what am I going to show you tonight? And that's the point where I always panic, because then I say, wait, I've shown them everything. There's nothing left to show them. And then something happens, like I turn around and I see the bobcat back there, and I'm like, oh, I can show you the bobcat. The bobcat, a humbling piece of machinery. Yeah, the bobcat is a pretty substantial piece of machinery. You got that scoop in front, the size of that blade. You got the treads. Now, back here you have a door that opens up on the mechanical insides of the thing. And I've been told this door weighs 500 pounds. So if it came swinging open, you would not want to be where I'm standing. I was told in the springtime I'd be shown how to use this thing. But believe me, from this seat, your view of the world is a lot different. Well, I think I have everything I need. I've got a cigarette that I put on the countertop and I forgot about it, and it rolled off onto the floor and I stepped on it. I'm going to save this for later. Now, I do video production, which means I need office supplies. I have a roll of masking tape. I have a pair of scissors. I got a roll of Scotch tape. All three of these things have come in very handy. I got a pen. I got a piece of paper with stuff written on it, ripped out of a ringed binder. This is the front office. I'm serious. What else do I got laying around? Oh, I got this thing, and I've used these. I've had this in my apartment. They're these lights. I guess you can get them just about anywhere. You push this button, and it lights out of the bottom, and you push the button again, and it lights out of the front. There's a plastic hook on the back, so that if you have a peg, you can hang a light on your peg. But actually the best thing about it is the magnet on the back, because you can put this on the side of your refrigerator. So let's say it's 10:30 at night and the power goes out and you are plunged into complete darkness. Well, maybe you have a general idea where you are, and you work your way in the kitchen, and you touch something smooth and cool, and you go, aha, that's the refrigerator. And if I go right around the corner and grab the thing stuck to it and push the button, oh, I'm going to be all right. Okay, what we have here is a glass container full of mints. And the reason it's full of mints is because my dad is more dyspeptic than I am. These are his mints. So if he eats a dinner that's too spicy for him, he wants a mint. Now, he's okay with garlic. But anything with like chili pepper, he's going to need a mint. So you got this weird lid, and I look inside and I'm thinking, man, these are really old mints. These were mints buried with King Tut. They're old. I'm like, wow. And then you look at this lid, and it's like, wait a second. This lid isn't for this jar. In fact, the lid for this jar has long been gone. So what my dad did was he found this thing, and he put it on like this, and he went, problem solved. Oh! And here he is. No, not baby Archie, although the resemblance is uncanny. What we have is Irv. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the moment. Today, I'm hosting the first Las Vegas Shooting Truth Community Roundtable discussion here in the conference room of the Dewdrop Inn, featuring some of our community's most prominent voices. Joining us are Secrets Safe With You, Scott Liowski, Fawn Spy, 5x5 News, Las Vegas Shooting Archive, Route 91 Survivor, Charles Music, and what LVS discussion would be complete without the one, the only, Yimmy the Greek. So to get the ball rolling, take it away, Yimster. And the love affair with Mike continues. Alex and Mike sitting in a tree. KISSRNJ. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Mike X in a baby carriage. Get over him, bro. Take down his posters off the wall already. Secrets Safe With You. Mike isn't as easy to get over as you, who has essentially never existed by comparison. If you don't see Truth Seeker as a spiteful, selfish, spineless, manipulative, two-faced bitch, then it's no wonder you never enter my mind until I see you open your blowhard mouth. Alex. Yimmy, sometimes I get the feeling you never sat your lazy ass down in front of Vegas October 1 sounds. Anybody who hasn't put themselves through Richard's videos the way I have is wasting my fucking time. Scott Liowski. You, sir, are correct about that. Alex. Thank you, Scott. Fawn Spy. Most of those that share Yimmy's thinking don't have the capacity to comprehend what Vegas October 1 Sounds is presenting. Scott. Fawn Spy nails it. Alex. I know what you're saying, Fawn Spy, but Yimmy is always welcome here. I think he wants somebody to mix it up with, and he came to the right place. Yimmy. Just a quick question. What about the shots that we couldn't hear on audio? Silences, possibly? What about those shots? I mean, many people did get hit with pellets, and that is proven by the many, many videos from civilians and cops' body cams saying that people were hit by pellets, and it looks like a lot of them pellets. Are they wrong? Secrets Safe With You. Caution: when one is using an intelligence suppressor, one may seek to study noises that they can't hear. In addition, they may develop a dismay for others and call people dumbasses for not wanting to entertain the idea and any other wild-ass idea they have had for the last 2 years. I am petitioning for a ban on intelligence suppressors. 5x5 News. Change your name to Jimmy the Idiot. Las Vegas Shooting Archive. Pellets equal bullet fragments. Alex. Silencers unlikely, because even though you wouldn't get the muzzle blast, you'd get the sonic crack. Now the pellets are a tricky one, but 223 bullets will fragment when they hit hard surfaces, and those fragments fly all over the place. A bullet hitting the turf that I believe covered the village grounds would kick up chunks of rubber. Pellets are all sorts of flying shit. Route 91 Survivor. What civilians said they were hit from pellets? Any evidence of pellets being removed from victims? Nope. Alex. There you have it. Yimmy, do you even know what a sonic crack is? And no, I don't mean the noise you make when somebody gives you a wedgie. A bullet leaves the rifle and breaks the sound barrier. Mini sonic boom. You can't hide that sound no matter what you do, numbnuts. That sound in the audio will show up on a sonic visualizer. What about the sounds you can't hear? That's so idiotic, I wish I'd thought of it. And the people who were there are wrong about what? People get hit with some unknown pieces of debris, and what is somebody going to think? Pellets? Okay, they thought pellets because nobody's going to think, oh, bullet fragments, oh, bits of flying concrete. I think you're asking too much of people's ability to observe in a chaotic situation. Fawn Spy. I agree. Let them speak. They reveal a lot the more they say. The sound of silence. Alex. Who knew he liked Simon and Garfunkel? Actually, it isn't about the sounds you can or cannot hear. It's about the sounds you can detect. Secrets Safe With You. Scott Liowski, stay calm. There is a stupid fucker here suggesting the pellet talk wasn't a part of the confusion dealt with by people being shot from 400 yards away with ammo that fragments, but contends that there were pellet guns being used at close range that we can't find on video and that no witnesses saw. Don't let his real-life friends find out. Yimmy. It's going to take more than just 5 of you peons to fuck with me. I guess that's why all you losers are still here every day talking about the same shit over and over. Go out in the world and get some real-life friends, you said, folks. Scott. See, with my old buddy Yimmy, it's always been mind over matter. I never minded, and he never fucking mattered. Pellets. Ha ha ha. Alex. Hey Mike, did you bring donuts? Yimmy. Jeez, did I get under your skin on that one, Mike X? Maybe just a little, you think? That's why I find you funny. You are one of those insecure people who don't take criticism because you know deep down inside that you agree with a lot of it. Laugh my fucking ass off. I'm literally dying laughing over here. You couldn't have responded any better to the criticism, like straight textbook response from a poor little insecure soul. The more you jab back tells me, the more insecure you are. What's the matter, baby Mike X? Did the bigger kids bully you when you were in elementary, and you had to go home and cry to your mammy? Laugh my fucking ass off, jeez. It's okay now you are older, those kids can't get you anymore. Textbook, I tell you. Secret safe with you. Why is it, again, with all your given superiority over others, you never produced the first video? Unfortunately, the only conclusion I can draw is that you really aren't that confident that you know what the fuck you're talking about. Pee break! I front Yimmy, if you don't mind. Hi, we're back. Picking up where we left off. In your dreams you're getting under my skin, Yimmy. Newsflash, I love to argue. I especially love to argue with dumbbells because that makes me look better by comparison. Anything I say to you, you're going to interpret as me not taking criticism well. Well, what a fucking joke. Come to Pittsburgh and we'll tell that to your face. No, and it's not true that deep down inside I agree with, what was it I'm supposed to agree with? I'm not sure. I'll tell you what I do agree with, though. If you have a muzzle blast from a gun, you'll have a sonic crack along with it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Richard, over a month ago at Vegas October 1 Sounds, thought he had, away from Mandalay Bay, a possible second shooter. The holy grail of all the idiots following the LVS truth community on YouTube. For a day, Richard looked at the sound through the sonic visualizer because it came close to the signature of a muzzle blast. There are actually certain pictures you get from the frequency and the amplitude and the volume of the muzzle blast and the sonic crack. There was one guy on Twitter, I forget who, saying, "Oh boy, maybe Vegas October 1 Sounds found that mythical second shooter at long last." Well, that didn't happen. Richard dropped the idea because there was no sonic crack he could find. Repeat after me. Muzzle blast, sonic crack. If you got one, you've got the other. If you don't have the other, you ain't got shit. Scott, well said. Alex, thank you, Scott. Yimmy, and the insecurities keep on coming. Sir, I think you should see a shrink with these issues. YouTube is not the time nor the place for this. A shrink would be much more productive. Good luck with your endeavors, sir. Alex, what is this? Some kind of duel to see who gets the last word? You may win if I fall asleep. Las Vegas Shooting Archive. You know, Route 91 survivor, most people in this community can't even distinguish a fact from an opinion. I wouldn't let it get to you too much. Scott, Last word, freak. Alex, I'm not sure what to make of this, Yimmy. Half the time I think he's not serious and doing it just for a gas. I'll ask him if he's ever watched Vegas October 1 Sounds, or I'll tell him things about it, and I don't get a response to that. But he will say he thinks I need psychiatric care. That's okay. Yimmy is the grinding wheel where I sharpen my battle axe. I wish I had an emoji for sparks. Charles Music. Alex, you know what you should do, not listen to Mike Turber. And I promise you the bullying is from the other side. Go to Sprinkles the Clown chat room and you will see bullying and some of the nasty comments made about people you will ever see. And I have another question. Do you say KL's name in every video so you can get views? Just wondering. Alex. No, actually what I want more than anything are comments from guys who write big long sentences. Melissa Ramirez is the one being bullied in death. Her family is being bullied by people who claim she was some kind of mannequin. I can't think of anything worse from a group of people. And do I think saying KL's name in every video will get me views? No. Hey, Charles. I thought about this and I came up with a second answer to your question. Do I say KL's name in every video so I can get views? Just wondering. No, because it never occurred to me mentioning KL's name would get me anything. I don't think there is any correlation between mentioning her and getting views. Last week's video got over 100 views. I like getting over 100 views. The video before that got only what? 81? Shit. And I thought it was one of the best videos I ever did. By the way, I don't mention her in every video. Last week's vid was strictly my archaeology of Stephen Paddock, no KL in sight. I might get more views talking about the feud in the Las Vegas shooting truth community because that seems to be what people want to hear. Believe it or not, if I mention KL, it's because I'm trying to reason with her. Maybe that's a fool's errand. Maybe she's too far gone into this. But that's what I'm about. I don't think she's stupid. But I do think she got caught up in a type of madness where the Las Vegas shooting just got to be some kind of sinister government plot to take our guns. Now, I believe in sinister government plots. I do. I've been looking into shit like this since before you were born. Check out what the FBI did to Martin Luther King. Actually, MLK was the only man in human history to be the target of active measures from both the FBI and the KGB, and that comes from a book I have on the history of the KGB. But when it comes to the Las Vegas shooting, do I think it was some kind of sinister government plot to steal our guns? Not this time. I originally came to the Las Vegas shooting truth community thinking the shooting was some kind of gun-buy sting gone bad, maybe hijacked by terrorists. I had this bias because I knew a gangster, and she explained how illegal gun sales go down. Use a file to scrape serial numbers off the firearms, that sort of thing. But the more I look at Paddock, the more I'm seeing a man on a trajectory towards mayhem. Something bad was building inside that motherfucker. Now, was he pushed in that direction, or did he go there all by himself? I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. I do see things about Paddock that made him open to blackmail and coercion. But just because I see how vulnerable Paddock made himself, doesn't mean somebody took advantage of that. So stay tuned. Hear me. And the insecurities continue to continue. You'd figure that maybe you had already gotten your point of defense across already, but I guess once insecurity leads to another. Shaking my damn head, poor guy. Please talk to someone about these issues. Alex, I don't believe you believe I believe you believe I'm insecure. You see, Yimmy, I don't think you're the type of guy that would waste his time with a crazy, insecure man, as you seem to think I am. Is your crowd at the pub made up of the crazy and insecure? I doubt it. If I may be so presumptuous as to say I think I know what you think. What was I going to say next? Oh yeah, you think a mindfuck is some kind of fun game. Well, guess what? So do I. You find yourself a partner in crime, mate. And if you're not careful, you might end up writing my next YouTube video for me, unless that was your nefarious scheme all along. Well, that brings our very first Las Vegas Shooting Truth Community Roundtable to a close. I would like to thank Secret Safe With You, Scott Liowski, Fawn Spy, 5x5 News, Las Vegas Shooting Archive, Route 91 Survivor, Charles Music, and of course, the inimitable Yimmy the Greek for participating and being such good sports. Leave your thoughts in the comments section. You know how much I love comments. Like, share, subscribe, throw money at me. You know the drill. Have a good one.